A conman, Irving Rosenfeld, along with his seductive British partner Sidney Proser, is forced to work for a wild FBI agent, Richie Damaso. This is my review of American Hustle. I was really excited to see American Hustle because I like the director David O. Russell. I've liked his past two films, which were The Fighter and Silverline's Playbook. I thought they were incredible films in my opinion. So when I saw the first trailer for American Hustle, it just got me even more pumped. And when I heard who was going to be in it, I was getting more pumped. And after seeing it with my sister and my father, I gotta tell you guys that American Hustle is good, but it's not as good as The Fighter or Silverline's Playbook. The good points. So I think the major good point about American Hustle is the cast. The cast is made up of some people that David O. Russell has worked with in the past, which include Christian Bale and Amy Adams from The Fighter, and Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, and Robert De Niro from Silverline's Playbook. And there are some new people that are coming into the movie that have never worked with David O. Russell, which include Jeremy Renner and other people. And I thought that everybody did a top-notch job with the roles, and their acting was incredible in my opinion. I don't know if they're gonna get any nominations, but the only nomination I can see is either for Christian Bale or for Jennifer Lawrence in a supporting role, and like I said, Christian Bale for a lead acting role. So David O. Russell did a good job with the directing and the writing. His directing was great, I thought. Some people may say that he ripped off the directing style of Martin Scorsese, which is true a little bit. He did rip off the narrating style that Martin Scorsese does, but overall I thought that the rest of the directing that David O. Russell did was his own directing, and I thought that his writing was good. I forgot who he co-wrote it with, but David O. Russell and the person that he co-wrote with did a good job with the writing, with the dialogue. I also thought that the costume design and the hairstyling were really done well, because both the costume design and the hairstyling made it look like you were in a 70s movie, and so did the sets of the movie, I thought, as well. And the soundtrack also helped with that, because the soundtrack, and this is another thing that people think David O. Russell took away from Martin Scorsese, which was David O. Russell using soundtracks to help with like scenes in the movie, but he doesn't really rip off Martin Scorsese like in this movie, because he's used soundtracks for his other movies, The Fighter and Silverline's Playbook. So I wouldn't really call that like ripping off Martin Scorsese. But anyways, I thought that the soundtrack that David O. Russell used was really good, because it comprised of bands and artists from the 70s, which include Electric Light Orchestra, Elton John, and many others. The bad points. There's really only one bad point about American Hustle that I didn't like, and it's a major point in my opinion, which was the pacing. So when the movie was going through, I thought that certain moments the pacing was right, but at other moments I thought like, oh man, this is a little bit boring. And by boring I don't mean that the story was boring, but how it was just paced. It was like how some of the scenes were paced and everything, with some of these people's conversations and everything. And it was like, yeah, it was. I was just like, at some moments, I mean, I'm sorry, but I just was. I mean, I thought that some moments like may have been different if they were rewritten, but the way they were written, which are still good, just made it a little bit boring. So I saw this movie with my sister and my father. My sister gives it a 2.25 out of 4 stars. My father gives it a 3 out of 4 stars. And I as well give it a 3 out of 4 stars. I think it's a movie that you don't really need to see. Um, like if you're a moviegoer, a regular moviegoer, it's a movie that you don't need to see. But if you want to see because of Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Bradley Cooper, and Jennifer Lawrence, then go ahead, go and see it. They're great in the movie. But if you're a constant moviegoer, like you go like for every movie, then yeah, you should see this movie. I think it's good, at least. But for the regular moviegoers, I think you should wait for it to go to matinee price, or maybe until it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray. So other than that, guys, that's it.